Hey guys, Fancy Hunter 98 here, and I want to talk about something near and dear to my heart that has to do with writing, which is my writing process. Now, I've revealed my writing process to a couple people over Twitch or sometimes through Instagram, or you talk to me on Discords. I love talking about my writing process, and I thought I'd make a video explaining definitively how the writing process works for me. So what we have here is the Dragon Realm Saga folder in my Google Docs. You'll see I have books 1 through 5, all these notes, and prayers and songs in the Dragon Realms. But you'll notice here, though you guys know I'm working on Mage King, which is coming out this fall, I also have notes for Wintertide. Now, Wintertide is in its world building process. So we have various origins, the Clinker's origin, the Kalstun's origin, who is Dalmar. I have Razlin's origin ready to go. But I also have the rough outline. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek here, guys. We have the rough outline. Now, in order to get to the rough outline process, I have to go and take all my world building notes and all the notes that I want to see in the book, and I put them on a doc. And I have conversations from Discord with my beta readers. I have conversations I have from my roommate who's really into the books, and just any notes that I have, I'll throw in a doc. And that will be my bones. That will be my Bible. And then what we do is we take those notes. So I have the Skyward build, the Stratoseal, the Cleansing, Dalmar, the Aftermath, all that. I'll put it in order of how I want it to appear in the book. And that will be the rough outline that I have. Now, a rough outline is usually good enough for most writers to get by. However, I go one step beyond. So let me look at the Dawnage War. So the Dawnage War, the outline, is what we'll do is we'll take all those ideas that are in order and we'll flesh out each idea until I can put them into separate chapters. And I'll write notes for every chapter that I want to see happen in that chapter. And that will include sample dialogue, it will include fight scene choreography, it will include general information, and things that I want to be key moments to happen. Sometimes we'll have like several things happen over the course of several chapters, in which case I'll group those up and I'll put very little notes and I'll flush them out way later down the road when I'm actually writing the chapters. So for example, this is an introduction of the various characters, and then this was just about them practicing double jumping, and then this exactly here, this was divided into several chapters of different battles, and I'll flesh those out in the process of writing those chapters. I'll send to an alpha reader, and I'll be like, "Listen, dude, is this good enough to write?" And they'll read it over, and they're like, "You know what? I think the ending should change, or I think this should happen here, or I think you should just cut this out and rewrite this." And then I'll write different iterations of an outline. The Dawnage War had 7 iterations before I was completely satisfied with this. Now, outlines take a long time for me to get through. Between the bones, the rough outline, the outline, and the different iterations of an outline, it can take 2 to 3 months to have a setup outline, and this is the main reason why getting the first draft takes so long, is because I have to be perfect on an outline. So once we have an outline that is ready to write, we'll go to the first draft. The first draft is the rough draft. It is the shittiest of the drafts. It's just I wrote it in order to get things out, but it's not pretty. I don't know how people publish their first draft, because I know for a fact this is not up to snuff of the best work I can do. And because of that, we have the second draft. The second draft takes ideas, concepts, continuity, and things I set up in the first draft, and they elaborate on them. They fix the continuity, they cut out things that don't work, or they rewrite things that need rewriting. And that's the second draft. The second draft is the draft that takes the second amount of longest time. A first draft is between 6 and 8 months of writing, maybe 10 months of writing. It's a long process, guys. But the second draft takes about 2 to 3 to 4 months to write. Not to mention it has to go through the hands of the beta readers. The third draft is, we have the second draft. It is where we want the story. The third draft is fixing wonky sentences and poor grammar. It is not quite the editing pass, but it's the pass that is to tighten up and fix the writing to the point where it is so perfect, or well, not so perfect, but so much to the point where it's ready for that final pass. The fourth draft. The fourth draft is the final draft. The final draft goes to the editor, does the touching up, and is then ready to publish. And that is my writing process, guys. From the ideas to the bones to the rough outline to the different iterations of a full outline to the first, second, third draft, and then finally to the final pass, the fourth draft. Sometimes you might need more drafts than you need, but this is the process I've been using for the last 2 books. This is my science. It might not work for everyone. You guys might have different ways of doing things, but this is what works for me. I hope you can get something out of this. I hope you have a good idea of how a planner works versus a pantser. Who I don't know what the process of a pantser is. I'll never understand it, but this is how it works for me. And I hope you guys got something out of it. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right, bye.